This morning on DC News Now, a community devastated.
Firefighter trapped in the basement. We have multiple injured firefighters.
The new details about a gas explosion that leveled a Virginia home and killed a firefighter.
I served with him on my crew for quite a while. His loss is a major one.
Plus, a crisp and clear start to the work week. We're tracking a midweek warm-up and the next chance of rain. Friends and family remembering a 25-year-old woman who died in a devastating apartment fire a year ago. And it's going around again. New guidelines for COVID-19 patients as cases have been on the rise in the new year.
Well, let's see it.
Mac McClung does it again. The Virginia native vaulting himself over Shaq and back into first place in the NBA slam dunk competition.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
All right, 8 o'clock on this Monday morning, taking a live look at the tidal basin here. Things are starting off pretty clear, not too bad. A perfect day if you have the day off to get out and enjoy what could be a really nice day for you. Good morning to you, though. Thanks for joining us. I'm Corey James.
And I'm Shanika Grimshaw filling in for tonight. Right this morning, I'll have an update on the roads. But first, let's talk about something important. Jackie, you know, it seems like Mother Nature just can't make up her mind.
Right.
You know, it was snowing. Yeah. There's sun today.
Yes.
50s later. I mean,
right.
what's going on here?
I mean, we'll take the sunshine, though.
Yes,
right?
I'll take it.
Yes, it's going to be a nice day out there for your President's Day, for any of the plans you may have. Those current temperatures, though, still chilly out there this morning, so you'll still need to bundle up. Right into the upper 30s, though, now in D.C. We're into those mid-20s over towards Manassas, just below the freezing mark right now in Hagerstown, those 20s farther south. Satellite and radar, we are tracking the dry conditions. High pressure is with us. That will continue today and tomorrow. Highs today bouncing back low to mid-40s to the north, upper 40s for D.C. and areas southbound. So this is nearly seasonable for this time of the year. As we look ahead towards tomorrow, though, a little bit warmer and even warmer on Wednesday with highs right around 50. And we continue that warming trend through the end of the week. I'll have more details with that 8-day forecast coming up. But Shanika's back with a look at those roadways. How's traffic at this hour?
All right. Good morning, Jackie. Yeah, traffic is looking good from this vantage point. We're looking at BW Parkway heading north and south right near 193. But heading north, you will see a delay. That's because there's a crash. And that's a single vehicle crash, a vehicle into the woods. So watch for some congestion heading northbound. So that is just past the Beltway and right near NASA Goddard. The rest of your commute along BW Parkway, if you're heading to BWI, you are looking good. 66 heading east, you're going to find a delay, and that's through Manassas. So watch out for that. Other than that, we had a crash along Prince William Parkway and Sudley Manor Drive. That did clear.
A woman is dead in Prince George's County after police say she was strangled to death.
Yeah, the man believed to be responsible is now behind bars after turning himself in to police. We have DC News Now's Candace Cole. She's live in Accokeek this morning with more. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, police made a grim discovery Saturday morning after they say Carl Kearney Jr. came to them and said that he'd strangled his girlfriend. Police say after Kearney turned himself in at a police station in Clinton, officers went to the home of 38-year-old Patrina Best, located in the 800 block of James Court in Accokeek, to perform a welfare check. But once inside, police found her unresponsive. Best was pronounced dead on the scene. Kearney, who's from Georgia, confessed to strangling Best during an argument. He's now charged with first and second degree murder, and police are asking anyone with further information to contact their homicide unit. Every year, more than 12 million people are affected by domestic violence by an intimate partner, with most incidents involving women aged 18 to 34. That's according to data from thehotline.org. And if you are someone you know is experiencing domestic abuse in Prince George's County, you can reach out to the Family Justice Center. That number's on your screen. It's 301-780-8808. Reporting live in Accokeek, Candace Cole, DC News Now.
Thank you. Time right now is 8:03. D.C. police are searching for a suspect accused of shooting a 10-year-old in Southeast. Officials released these photos of the suspect and suspect vehicle. The shooting happened Saturday night on 13th Place.
Devastating, continues to be devastating anytime anyone's hurt in D.C., especially shot. But more so that we continue to use firearms as a means of resolving conflict. So again, as we continue to say, please put the guns down.
The child was taken to a hospital and is expected to be okay. Meantime, D.C. police say the person accused of shooting and killing a man in Northeast is in custody. Officials are charging 25-year-old Charles Best with second-degree murder. The shooting happened inside a home on Rosedale Street, Northeast, around 3 a.m. yesterday. Police believe the victim, 35-year-old Darius Robinson, and the suspect knew each other.
And this morning, one fire company still grappling with the loss of one of their own after a disturbing and heartbreaking scene in Virginia. That's where a firefighter died in a house explosion in Loudoun County. This right here is drone footage from the scene of that explosion on Friday. The explosion injured 10 more firefighters and 2 other people near the scene.
The house is gone. It's gone.
The chimney's still there. The chimney is still standing.
But the house is gone.
The house is gone.
It's a huge physical and emotional toll on everyone associated with the fire department.
The fire department says the firefighters' injuries range from less severe to serious.
A Virginia community remains in mourning after Friday night's death of a firefighter while in the line of duty. 45-year-old Trevor Brown died in that house explosion in Sterling. A local church held a service for the community to help cope with the tragedy.
It impacts all of us, and it's a time of sorrow and grief, and we need to be together. So Father said, no matter what denomination, what faith, let's come together. Let's pray for God's healing.
Brown was a member of the Sterling Volunteer Fire Company since 2016.
And new details this morning on a house fire in Northwest D.C. Officials say one person has died as a result of the fire. D.C. Fire and EMS responded to the scene on Rock Creek Church Road Saturday night. Officials say the fire started on the 2nd floor of the home and quickly spread to the 3rd floor. No other injuries were reported, but officials say 7 people were displaced. And in Montgomery County, 7 people are without a home after a fire in Rockville. The fire happened yesterday afternoon on Treasure Oak Court. Officials say the fire likely started in the home's garage. They're reporting significant damage to the home and multiple nearby cars. Of the people displaced, 5 are children. Your time now, 8:06. DC News Now is your local election headquarters. After a late bid for Senate, new poll numbers released last week by DC News Now shows a tight race between former Maryland Governor Larry Hogan and Democratic challengers David Trone and Angela Alsobrooks.
And in that poll, Hogan was favored by 7 points in a head-to-head against Alsobrooks, but experts say his path to the Senate might be tougher than it seems. Now, the reason for that: abortion. Back in 2022, then Governor Hogan decided to veto a bill to expand abortion access in the state. The state legislature later overrode that veto, but Hogan at the time blocked funding for the new law. Maryland voters now have a chance to place the right to abortion in the state constitution in November. However, because of history with the issue, some experts say it may be tough for Hogan to swing left-leaning voters to his side. Meantime, trouble in Washington County ahead of the primary election in May. Voters in outlying communities are suing the county, saying they are being disenfranchised. Now, this is because there are plans to have 2 early voting centers in Hagerstown, but none in the rest of the county. That case is now in the hands of the state Supreme Court.
The parties are all concerned about, primarily setting the sites for where this election, where the early voting centers are going to be held.
The Maryland Supreme Court ruling could come as soon as the end of the week. The director of the County Board of Elections says this year poll workers will get a raise, making at least $250 a day. He says he hopes the raise will help the county hire 70 poll workers by spring. In Virginia, early voting is currently underway for the March 5th presidential primaries, but polls are closed for President's Day today. Take a look at this map here. Happening this Saturday, Fairfax County will open 16 additional voting sites. Each voting site will be open from 1 to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday.
And in Fairfax County, a part of Stringfellow Road between Route 29 and Centerville Farms Road will reopen this evening. The roadway was closed in both directions over the weekend as crews worked to install a water main. That closure will end at 5 o'clock. And if you're planning to use public transportation today, some trains and buses will be running on a different schedule for President's Day. Metro Bus will run on a Saturday schedule, and all Metro rail lines except for the Red Line will run on a weekend schedule. Red Line trains will be single tracking between Van Ness and Friendship Heights and run every 18 minutes between Glenmont and Shady Grove Road. And over in Montgomery County, the Montgomery County Department of Transportation is also changing service for President's Day. Today, the Ride on Blue line will not be in service. The Ride on Orange line will operate on a holiday schedule, and parking will be free at all county parking garages, parking lots, and curbside meters. All right, your time now is coming up on 8:10 in the district. Mayor Bowser continuing Keep the Beat Week after kicking off the celebration at the Go-Go Honors event yesterday.
Yeah, the event celebrates the legacy of go-go music, which she calls the soundtrack of D.C. Now, she says that they will host a free anniversary concert in partnership with D.C.'s library today. This event starts at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then on Wednesday, there will be a panel of influential women in go-go music and a blended performance of spoken word and go-go music too. The celebration finishes with the go-go fitness and mindfulness dance session Friday at the Stead Park Recreation Center. The annual Black History Invitational Swim Meet wrapped up at the Tacoma Aquatic Center in Northwest yesterday. Now, this event has been running for about 40 years and brought over 1,000 competitors from across the country to D.C. This was the first swim meet celebrating Black history in the country. It was founded with the goal of providing youth a positive outlet for expression, exposure to strong competition, and an opportunity to meet positive role models in the nation's capital.